If you're looking for a safe and really effective way to deal with phimosis, you have definitely come to the right place. In this guide, we are going to walk you through the entire Vajraang Phimosis ring system, step by step, so you have all the knowledge you need to take control of your treatment with total confidence. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the most important thing, safety. Then we'll dive into preparation and sizing, the right way to apply the rings, cover some absolutely crucial safety rules, and then wrap up with a troubleshooting guide for any bumps in the road. Okay, let's jump right into our first and, honestly, most critical section, safety first. Your health is priority number one, so it's absolutely essential to make sure the conditions are right before you even think about starting any stretching. And I cannot stress this enough. Do not, under any circumstances, start stretching if you have balanitis or any other kind of inflammation. The skin has to be completely healthy before you begin. If you do have some inflammation going on, you need to treat that first. You can use Vajraang balanitis relief cream to get that cleared up before you start this process. Okay, with that critical safety check out of the way, let's move on to the basics, preparation and sizing. You know, getting this right from the very beginning is the key to making this whole process smooth and successful. Think of this as your four-step daily mission. Step 1, always make sure the area is clean by washing with Vajraang Cleanse Gel. Step 2, lubricate the foreskin using Vajraang Phimosis coconut oil. Step 3, this is when you perform the stretch using the Vajraang Phimosis rings. And finally, step 4, after you're done stretching, apply Vajraang 4 stretch cream to help loosen the skin and heal any tiny micro tears. Now, finding your size, it's a bit of a hit and trial process. The goal is to find a Vajraang Phimosis ring that fits snugly. You're looking for that Goldilocks fit. Not so loose that it just falls out, but definitely not so tight that it's causing you sharp pain. It should just feel like a gentle, constant stretch. All right, let's get to the main event, the application technique. We're going to go over exactly how to wear the rings the right way for both maximum safety and effectiveness. The first step every single time is lubrication. Don't ever skip this. Applying a lubricant like Vajraang Phimosis coconut oil directly onto the Vajraang Phimosis ring is absolutely essential. It's a simple step, but it makes all the difference in reducing friction and making the application so much more comfortable. So for the small to standard-sized rings, the technique is pretty straightforward. First, you're going to retract your foreskin as far back as it comfortably goes, no pain. Second, slide that lubricated Vajraang Phimosis ring over the glands. And third, gently tuck the ring so it sits right under the tightest part of the skin, which is known as the phimotic band. Now, when you start progressing to the larger Vajraang Phimosis rings, we're talking about the ones over 24 millimeters, the technique changes just a little bit. You'll find that folding the ring into a sort of figure-8 shape, like you see here, makes it way easier to insert and get it positioned correctly. And here's a pro tip for the biggest rings in the set, the 30mm ones and up. You'll notice these often have a special cut on one side, which helps with the fit. The super important thing to remember is that this cut side must always face up, away from the glands. That's what ensures it sits correctly and comfortably. We've now reached a section where there's just no room for error, the crucial safety rules. Following these, without exception, is absolutely essential to protect yourself from setbacks and make sure you're making steady, safe progress. And here it is, the golden rule. If you remember only one thing from this whole guide, make it this. You must never wear the Vajraang Phimosis rings for more than 60 minutes in a single session. Why? Because overwearing causes inflammation, which not only stops your progress cold, but can actually reverse it, and that could set you back several ring sizes. Here are some other essential protocols to live by. First, listen to your body. If you feel any sharp pain, stop immediately. Second, and this should be obvious, never wear a Vajraang Phimosis ring during any sexual activity. Third, hygiene is key. Always clean the rings before and after every use. And finally, if a ring just feels too tight and painful, don't try to be a hero. Size down to a more comfortable fit. Let's move on to our last big section, the troubleshooting guide. We're going to tackle some of the most common challenges you might face, so you'll know exactly what to do if they pop up. So, a very common question we get is from guys with really tight or pinhole phimosis. What do you do if even the tiniest 3mm Vajraang Phimosis ring is still too big to get started with? Don't worry, there are two really effective solutions here. Option A is to prep the skin first.
You do this by applying Vajraang Phimosis and Paraphimosis cream for about a week while also doing some gentle manual stretching. Option B is to use the Vajraang Gland Pro tool, which is a tool specifically designed to gently expand the opening just enough so that first ring can fit.
Next up, let's talk about what happens if you maybe get a little too ambitious and notice some minor tears or cuts. What should you do that? The protocol here is super simple and it works. First, stop all stretching immediately. Give your skin a break for at least 2 days to recover. Second, during that break, apply Vajraang Forestretch Cream to the area to really help the healing process along. This next one is the classic sticking point. You're making awesome progress, but suddenly you're stuck between two sizes. The current ring feels a little loose, but the next one up is just too tight. How in the world do you break through that plateau? Here is the hack for that exact problem. Keep wearing the Vajraang Phimosis ring that fits you right now. But for the next 2 days, you're also going to apply Vajraang Phimosis and Paraphimosis cream twice a day. This is specifically designed to increase the skin's elasticity, which should give you just enough extra flexibility to comfortably move up to that next ring size. So as we wrap all this up, just remember, success with this process really boils down to 3 things: being consistent with your daily routine, having patience, this isn't a race, and maybe most importantly, always listening to your body. With everything we've covered, you now have a clear, safe path forward. You have the tools, you have the techniques, and you have the knowledge to take control of your journey toward much greater comfort and confidence.